Hello and welcome back to Women's Football Talk, the YouTube channel that brings you all the latest news and stories from around the world of women's football. Right, so this would usually be the WSL review show, bringing you all the results and talking points from the WSL, but as I said on our preview show on Friday, there was 2 games cancelled, but by the time that video went out there was more games cancelled, so it ended up only 1 game happening in the WSL this past weekend, and that was Reading versus Chelsea from the Majeski Stadium, and it was Fran Kirby that stole the show when she went on to score 4 goals, including a perfect hat-trick for Emma Hayes' side, and a goal from Ji So-yeon saw Chelsea move up to 2nd in the WSL, having played a game less than Manchester United and Arsenal, who they have overtaken. Reading remained in 6th place in the WSL, and every other team obviously didn't play. Everton Man United was postponed due to a COVID case and injuries in the Everton squad. Bristol City Brighton was postponed due to a late positive test in the Bristol City squad, if I remember correctly, and Tottenham versus Birmingham City was postponed due to Birmingham City not having enough fit players, so that game has been rescheduled for a later date. There's been no other women's football in Europe due to France and Germany not being back from their winter break yet, and a lot of games in Spain were postponed this past weekend due to the heavy snowstorm that they've had. I will try and include a picture here of how bad the snow was. It's torrentially bad, that snow, so hopefully we'll have some games this week in both the WSL and other European leagues. There was a bit of news from the FA Women's Championship today, and that was Liverpool coach Vicky Jepsen has left the club by mutual consent after more than 12 years at the club. It was a bit of a shock really to see that news come out today. I don't think many people were expecting it, but we wish her all the best for the future, and hopefully she gets into a job soon. There's a bit of transfer news. According to Meg Linehan, Abby Dahlkamper, another member of the USWNT, so the US Women's National Team, is set to be joining Manchester City on a 2.5-year long deal. That's set to be confirmed later on this month due to the US about to be taking part in a training camp, and the fact that the She Believes Cup will also be coming up very shortly. Elsewhere, we have Conti Cup action to look forward to this week. On Wednesday, Bristol City will play Aston Villa, Crystal Palace will play Leicester City, Manchester City will play Chelsea, and West Ham United will play Durham on so Bristol City Aston Villa is on Wednesday, and all the other 3 games. Palace versus Leicester is on Thursday, Man City Chelsea is the following Wednesday, and West Ham Durham is the following Thursday. So we'll make sure we'll run through those little games a little later on when we get closer to the games. Apart from that, not a lot has happened in the world of women's football, obviously, especially over here in England due to the COVID cases. Up in Scotland, all the lower league divisions have been cancelled due to the rising cases in COVID cases in Scotland, so that's, I believe in women's football terms, all of the women's football has been cancelled for the time being, for at least 3 weeks before it will be able to come back. Like I said, not a lot has happened in the last few days due to games being called off. We did have an apology from Casey Stoney in regards to letting all those players, because it turned out some Manchester United players were allowed to return to their home countries, and some did go to Dubai, but no confirmed people who returned to Dubai from that Manchester United team have had turned positive, but she did apologise and said it was her ill judgment, but no one else has came out about it. from Arsenal or Man City to apologise, but you never know, in the future we might have some more apologies regarding it. So hopefully by the time we do our preview show on Friday, we'll have all the games to look forward to and maybe some news as well. Final bit of news, it seems that Phil Neville, the England boss, is set to leave to join Inter Miami in the MLS men's division. So it'd be interesting to see who then does take the Great British side into this summer's Olympics, should it still go ahead. But until Friday, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, check out any of our other videos on the channel, and make sure to follow us on Twitter, where we will be updating you on any news, transfer news and stories elsewhere from the world of women's football. Until then,